All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from downtown Baton Rouge, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB live here from Pro Dreams on Burbank and Baton Rouge. Pro-dreams.com is the website. Go check them out today. All right, so with LSU having an FCS opponent, a lot of times during weeks like this, we'll kind of go around the country, look at some of the biggest games of the weekend in the college landscape and see kind of what's going on. And some of the other teams you're going to be fighting for a college football playoff spot. And so here in this segment, that's what I want to do. And I'm going to give you games in every window. So we do this in the afternoons. I'm going to give you the games in the window, and you tell me if you only had one TV, if you could only focus on one, you can't quad box it, which game you would pick and why. So in the early window, so that noon Eastern on Saturday, you've got Texas Tech and Utah. Texas Tech 17, Utah 16. You've got Arkansas and Memphis. You've got Syracuse and Clemson. You've got Maryland and Wisconsin. You've got SMU and TCU. I believe that rivalry game is something about the skillet, old skillet.
The old skillet?
Something like that.
Frying pan?
Yep, so you got that as well. Of those games, is it the obvious, Texas Tech and Utah?
I would probably go with Texas Tech, Utah, even though it's probably going to be boring. I was really tempted to say Syracuse, Clemson, because it's kind of fun to watch this Clemson thing spiral a little bit. I want to see Dabo just keep exploding a little bit. Also, I'd like to tune to see if he hurts himself running down the hill, because it's coming.
Yeah, that was your bold prediction.
Yeah. Why? Maybe that's why he was so mad this past week, because the hill's coming for his knees. I'm telling you. But yeah, it's Texas Tech. I mean, it's a top 20 matchup.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, I think, was my sleeper to win it was my pick to win the Big 12 this year. So, and I hadn't watched them at all this year. So if I'm picking a game, which is this is. It's a reach a little bit. This might be one of those times where I'll play outside with the kiddos during that point during the day.
Hey, kids, you got my attention. Not because I love you, but because the slate's bad today.
The slate is not great at 11.
Not great,
I can catch these clips on SportsCenter.
We can go outside.
Yeah, this past weekend, there wasn't a lot of playing outside. You know what I mean? I was locked in. There's some good games. But this week, I'm all yours, kids.
All right, and that next window starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 local here. Oregon State and Oregon, Auburn and Oklahoma, Tulane and Ole Miss, Michigan and Nebraska. So you got some good ones there. In the G6, you got James Madison and Liberty.
Oh, yeah, that one.
You're not watching that one. NC State and Duke out of the ACC, Temple and Georgia Tech. Again, I don't know. Actually, this is more difficult because you do have Auburn, Oklahoma, Tulane, Ole Miss, Michigan, Nebraska.
I don't really care about the Michigan, Nebraska. That's just me.
That's going to be 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Yeah, that's your type of game. Right? That's a sicko. That's an old school football sicko game for sure. The two games the Tulane Ole Miss game, I'm really intrigued to watch that one because how good really is Tulane? We think that they're probably a little bit underrated right now, but not being considered in the top 25. How good is
the
Ole Miss?
line went up on that game, by the way. It was 11.5 yesterday, now 13.5 in favor of Ole Miss.
Interesting. I like it. Let's hammer at Louisiana.
Yeah, I might.
I don't know.
Buy a hook.
Is Ole Miss a poser this year?
Some are asking.
People are talking. But really, it's Auburn, Oklahoma. For me, this is going to be, I think, a really good game, a fun game to watch. You get to see John Mateer, who I think has a really good shot of winning the Heisman this year. You get to go see him perform against an SEC school, and that's what we've been waiting on, right? Can his game translate to the Southeastern Conference week in, week out? And up to this point, we have seen nothing. No kinks in the armor for him. And then you get Jackson Arnold get to go have his opportunity that not many people get.
Yeah.
And that is revenge.
How is that? How is that for you, like, as a quarterback? Because you talk about it all the time. The one time you listen to, like, heavy metal before a game, you threw your first 5 passes basically into the stands.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, you have to stay, like, in the zone. You got to stay a little woo-saw and remember the game plan and protections and checks and, you know, be on everything you're supposed to be on, but also, like, I hate them.
Yep.
I want to hurt them.
Yep.
I want to go out there and in their stadium, I want to be able to just gladiator style, put my arms out and are you not entertained?
Yep, right.
That's what I want to do if I'm Jackson Arnold.
Yeah, if you look at the week preparation leading up to it, like that's where, you know, you don't mind staying an extra hour and a half and watching a little bit extra film. You don't mind. You might do about 10, 15 pounds more on the old bench press on a Tuesday. It's just one of those things where you don't need any motivation if you're Jackson Arnold to get that extra prep work. Now, where he has to have good support around him is to say, hey, bud, hey, hand on your shoulder. Hey, it's going to be all right.
Right.
Hey, you need to take a deep breath. I know you're going to be mad and play pissed.
Yeah.
Be mad, but be mad in your preparation.
Yeah.
That's where you need to, that's where you're going to win this game. Be
Right.
mad in your preparation. Control your emotions.
Yeah.
Because as a quarterback, you can't pin your ears back. You can't play like your hair's on fire. It's a different position. You have to play poised. You have to be in control of your body. Like every time anybody that's doing things with your fine motor skills, right? So golfers, hitters, pitchers, throwers, kickers, you have to be.
Yeah.
You got to be able to take in through the nose,
You don't
out
get
through
to
the mouth.
you don't get to
in
be
through
like
the
me.
nose, out to the mouth. That's right. You can't just go bang your head against the wall.
Yeah, you can't Owen Schmidt it and get your helmet and bang your head on your helmet and you're
That's
bleeding
right.
as you come out for
That's right.
the starting lineup
So
announcements.
You take that energy and you beat them and you put that energy into your preparation. And but at the end of the day, if you're running down the sideline and you scramble a little bit, you might look for contact every now and then.
All right.
You might celebrate and you might give such a hard fist pump and a fist pump after you score your first touchdown, your arm pops out of socket. Like it's going to be exciting, but it's going to be fun to watch, man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that game.
I am too.
Watching Mateer, watching the whole
I think it's a good
Jackson.
quarterback. Yeah, I think it's a good
gonna be
quarterback matchup. I think it's two teams that had a very mucky game last year, but it was a good game. You know, it's like, does either team want to win this game? Oh, okay, they do. Okay, cool.
Okay,
Because it looked like for a while they didn't.
Someone probably has to at some point.
Yeah. So Oklahoma ended up making a play at the end, but I think this version is going to be much better. I am very intrigued by the quarterback matchup. All right, before we go to the next viewing window, I want to remind you about our friends over at Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com. And we tell you all the time, it is not just about documents anymore. It's about managing and hosting the information your company needs to grow and thrive in the years ahead in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Mandeville, in Lafayette, throughout this region. They're going to be able to help you. And the best part about it, when you get in contact with them, when you have an issue, they're always going to answer, and you're going to talk to a human being who's going to be able to help you right then, right there. So printers, the interactive whiteboard that we're lucky enough to have one in our office, they can help you out. GCOPnet.com is the website. All right, moving on to the next window here in the college football slate.
You're going to name it. I'm going to sound like a front runner because I'm just going to pick all the big games.
I know. All right, let's start at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. local. You've got West Virginia and Kansas. A little bit later on, you've got South Carolina at Missouri. You got Boise State at Air Force. You've got Florida at Miami. You've got Illinois at Indiana. That's a ranked-on-ranked matchup as well. Illinois right now, the number 9 team in the country. Indiana, number 19. You've got the Apple Cup between Washington and Wazoo. That game is going to be a 6:30 kickoff time, so it falls into this window. You've got Arizona State and Baylor as well. That one's got a little salt to it.
A little juice to that one?
Of those games, you know me.
I know
just like we described, I'm going Illinois, Indiana.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's an easy one. Two well-coached teams. Right
there's going to be 3 players at minimum that still have a bullhorn face mask in that game. So no posers in that game.
Have you seen the face mask that people are wearing now? I think I saw Micah Parsons one last week. It doesn't even have a top to it. It's just bolted on the side. Yeah. What is that?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Doesn't have a bullhorn.
Yep. Don't like it. I don't like that at all. They're
It's
ugly.
not alpha enough.
No, they're ugly.
It's like the old school when the first Revolutions came out.
The Revo Speeds.
Like, and Peyton
Something
Manning
like
was the only one wearing it. God,
Because before that, he had like the longest face mask known to man.
Yep.
It was like 24 inches long.
He went to that Revolution, baby. That thing was so ugly.
Yeah, I had a Revolution the first year they came out in high school. Mine was more for head size than look.
Yeah, I mean, because you're.
I got a bucket head.
That's probably what Peyton's was.
That's true, too. It's very true.
He might outperform both of us in head size.
He definitely has the red dot. And
forehead for sure.
You and I both had the red dot on our forehead. He's got a square.
Yeah.
Not a dot.
All right. So yeah, that's the ranked matchup. The Illinois at Indiana. Two really good teams that probably should have been the game day location, but I think they went to Indiana last year. So probably not going to do that twice. So that is the game. Two really well coached teams. I can't sit here and like lie to the listeners and say I've been like dialed in to their offensive philosophies and what their defensive stats are or anything, but look, it's a ranked matchup. It's at 6:30. It's at prime time. We're all going to be locked in. No, we're not going to be locked in. LSU's playing. Duh.
Did you just tell the people you're not going to be watching LSU?
Nope. I'll be watching them. I'll probably be in the stadium, too. We'll see. Arizona State Baylor.
It must be a parking pass game. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't have a parking pass yet. I need to get one of those. Arizona State Baylor, though. I'll be into that one.
Yep.
Be interested to see that one because I'm kind of a Baylor guy.
South Carolina and Missouri. You seen the line on that thing? No. It was 11.5 Missouri. It's now down to 9.5. So Lenore Sellers, I believe, was a concussion last week.
Playing?
Maybe if he's trending like he's going to play, maybe that's why you have some movement there in the line. But how about Missouri? 9.5 point favorite right now against South Carolina. Look, they're 23rd in the country now. They still don't go on the road for 3 more games. They got South Carolina, they've got UMass, and they've got Alabama before they go on the road to take on the Auburn Tigers. I know they hadn't played anybody. I get it. Central Arkansas, Kansas, and Louisiana Lafayette. I understand that. But they're in a great spot. They're in a – Bo Perbula's playing awesome. He's got 791 passing yards already, 7 tutters through the air. Ahmad Hardy coming over from Louisiana Monroe, 462 yards already on the ground and 5 touchdowns. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm looking at these games, so I'm looking kind of tired. Like, the night games, the lines are not very good. Like the closest line is -2.5. So Baylor's a 2.5 point favorite over Arizona State. The rest of the lines I see, besides like some of the smaller games, no one's really going to care about unless that's your alma mater. Most of these games are 7.
So like Tay-Tay in Southeastern against LSU.
Yeah, he's going to be locked in.
Yeah.
He told us yesterday, everybody, that he's cheering for Southeastern. To win the game. He's picking them.
He should. It's his alma mater. That's where he went to school.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with you.
He said line up like 12 times yesterday.
That's true. What a poser.
Such a poser.
But yeah, most of those games in the night, not great. So there are some really good games on Saturday. I'm intrigued by them, but like
there's
the
like
full
5.
slate,
There's like 5 good games, and the rest is hot garbage.
So this segment was it was tough. This was a tough segment to get through because there was pretty much three games that I would actually watch.
Yeah.
And like I said, for 11 o'clock games, I'm playing outside.
Yeah.
We're going to the swing set.
Yeah.
We're playing catch. We're on the
Dad,
trampoline.
wait a minute. You never want to play at noon on a Saturday. What's going on, Dad? You okay?
Daddy.
It's like, yeah, son. Southern Miss.
No, Daddy, no.
Southern Miss is playing Old Dominion. I don't even know if that's a real game, but we're going to play outside.
Directional school.
Yeah. Directional school U. Mm-hmm. And that's what we say here often. So.
Interesting. But there are the good games are good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I really am looking forward to the Auburn.
There's some like real games like with playoff implications. I would throw that into that category. I'd throw Tulane Ole Miss into that category. I'd certainly would throw Indiana Illinois into that category. Arizona State Baylor. For different reasons. Like for Indiana and Illinois, it's like I think the Big Ten is probably going to get 4 teams in the college football playoff. The winner of this might be the 4th team.
I'd like to get your opinion too when we come back from break. If you think Notre Dame mathematically still has a shot.
And we call that a radio tease.
Boom.
When we come back on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to pelicanroof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing. And when you go to the website, see what they can do for you. Check out the reviews. They are right there on the homepage. 5-star reviews all over the place. Google, Yelp, Facebook. The internet, it hates everything, but it loves Pelican Roofing, and you will as well. If you want to get an idea of what your roof replacement would cost you right now, great tool they have on the website. Instant roof quote. Type in your address. It's going to give an outline of your space and tell you exactly, the ballpark that you're in. So go ahead, go there today. Find that information. You can also find financing information right there at pelicanroof.com.
Yeah, financing. We know a new roof. If you have to replace your roof, you're building a house and adding a roof, whatever it is, we know it's a big decision. It's a big financial decision for you and your family. So let them help you with the financing. Go to their homepage on their website at pelicanroof.com. You can start the financing process there and see how it works. You can get up to 21 months, 0% financing. So go check them out. Let them help you. pelicanroof.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from Pro Dreams. Again, pro-dreams.com is the website. Go check out what they've got available, or just come see us here at the shop off Burbank in the same shopping center as the OG Walk-Ons. All right, your season, your shot. The NFL season is rolling, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. From first touchdown score to anytime touchdown props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Baton Rouge. That is code Baton Rouge to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet, plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Eligibility restrictions apply. The licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only, and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional Sunday NFL ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket /terms. Limited time offer. That means it doesn't last forever. It's limited.
Slash.
Cordell Stewart.
Nobody's. No. Well, okay, the chat will remember that. They're old enough to remember that with us.
Yeah.
It was called Slash. Just Slash.
If you're old enough to say the word poser, you know Cordell Stewart.
Poser. All right. So we got some decent games in the Southeastern Conference. It's starting to take its shape a little bit. You've had a game here, a game there. Some have had, the opportunity to play, like Ole Miss played Kentucky. Kentucky played Ole Miss early in the season, but like you've gotten at least, an idea of what's going on in the SEC. You get a better idea certainly this week. But from what you've seen, sir, like, where are you at right now with maybe the top pecking order? Because that was a lot of the question that I've been getting over on Off Campus. It's like, okay, well, do we really have a clear favorite right now in the SEC? I don't think you have a clear favorite. In years past, you certainly have had that. But I think there's like a group of teams. Now, I don't know how many teams you're putting in that category that still have championship qualities to them.
Yes. I'm probably, if I'm having to rank power rankings in the SEC, I mean, how can you not start with Georgia? Probably the way Gunnar Stockton's playing right now, playing pretty well. We talked a lot about Gunnar coming into the season. We were a little on the fence with him, a little bit questionable on how he's going to play. Yes, very talented kid, a freshman last year, having to come into a tough situation and did some really nice things. But it kind of looked like it was some of the nice things he did was a little bit on accident. Like he scrambled and athletically was able to get out of the pocket, and he made some plays that weren't, made some really good plays. But it wasn't like working the offense. We weren't going through my first, second, third read, then hitting a check down. But we have to remember that he's a young kid. He's a young quarterback. and I think he's starting to kind of get into a little bit more of a rhythm. They get the big win, and it's again, you can't let the hairline fool you. He's still a young kid, and he is very talented, and he's starting to play with that offense. So I think they're going to be dangerous. Obviously, Georgia's always going to be a tough out. Kirby Smart is the man. Are we ready to? I'm always going to say LSU. LSU is like
LSU's in that conversation. LSU's the highest ranked team.
Yeah, of course,
in the AP poll,
and they should be. Offensively, we know where we're at, but LSU's always going to be my chalk answer. It's still who I'm picking. But I'm trying to kind of talk. Are we ready to start talking about A&M a little bit? I
think so. That's kind of one of the main reasons why I wanted to talk about this.
I mean, what a great win!
It's a great win.
And I'm not a Texas A&M guy, but I was cheering for him against Notre Dame because I'm so anti Notre Dame. I'm for whoever.
You're anti-independent.
That's right. If you are an enemy of my enemy, you're kind of my friend a little bit. You know what I mean? So I was Marcel Reed playing well. So athletically, we know where he is.
Yeah.
We know how good he can be. We saw it firsthand last year. Can he become a pocket passing quarterback consistently?
Right.
Can he get through his progressions? Can he get a good pre-snap read, a post-snap read? Well, he's kind of proven that he can. So far, so good. I mean, rubber will meet the road plenty of times this season in the SEC play. But to this point, I don't have it pulled up right now. I had it pulled up yesterday. Really good stats. I think he had something like eight or nine touchdowns to one interception. Really, really high QB rating. Really, really high completion percentage. And he is starting to trend and show, at least on the Vegas stats, in the Heisman odds.
Yep. That's a big game for them, and they get a chance to take a week off before they host the Auburn Tigers. A&M does, so that's going to be obviously a big contest there, a big challenge for them. But they do have a bye week. You've got not this week, but next. Like that's really when you start to see maybe who can separate themselves. Like in the SEC, you've got Notre Dame and Arkansas, LSU, Ole Miss, Auburn and Texas A&M. Tennessee, Mississippi State, Alabama, and Georgia.
Go.
So not this week, but next week. That really, because is Alabama back into that conversation? Is Ty Simpson, who's playing incredibly well right now, highest quarterback rating in the SEC? Can they go on the road? Can they go to Athens and make any noise and kind of quiet some of that stuff that, the Bama's burning stuff that was talked about in week number 1?
Yeah, it'll be, Ty Simpson is playing well, even though they have the big opening week loss to Florida State. If anybody that we're talking to knows anything about opening week losses, it would be us. And we know that you can bounce back. We know that you can play well.
Touché.
So no season is dead after an opening season loss. So let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt from that. I'm looking forward to a good game there. Playing Georgia on the road is always going to be tough, especially with if Gunnar Stockton continues to kind of increase his production levels and increase the way he can play within a system. So, looking forward to that. I don't want to look too far ahead of this weekend, of course, but certainly, just like you said, how about Notre Dame playing a decent amount of teams? Kind of shocking to me.
Well,
it was the conference, though, you bums.
It was the reason why, every year you have a preseason top 10 team that finishes outside the top 25. It's almost like an absolutes. I was like, well, I'm going to go with Notre Dame because of their first 3 games that they're going to play. Really, their first 3 tough games. Mm-hmm. If they lose to Miami and A&M, which they did, it's like, all right, you lose one more, you're out.
Yep.
You're out of the top 25. And haven't been bad losses. They've been one play away, really, in both games. But, Arkansas is good enough to beat Notre Dame.
Next week, I will be yelling Suey. Oh, yeah.
I'll be calling the Hogs?
Yep, we're calling the Hogs next weekend. Watching that game.
This guy really hates Notre Dame.
I really don't like them. You know why?
You've said.
It's not that I don't like their traditions. I love their traditions. I love their uniforms. I love the gold helmet. I love when they go to the green. I love everything that's about them. I don't respect them. That's the thing. That's the difference maker. I don't respect you, Notre Dame. And I know that it's going to shake your world when you hear that I said that. For sure. That means a lot. But I don't respect you because you're not in a conference and you're a bunch of wimps. You freaking turds.
All right, with peace and love, of course.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break.
They're pretty good.
When we come back, former LSU pitcher Will Helmers is going to join us here at Pro Dreams. We'll have that for you when we jump back on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to boudreauxelectrical.com. It is not too late for you to get that whole home generator that we talk about. I know there's been activity already in the Gulf, but it is not too late. They have over 80 generators in stock right now, ready to go. With Boudreaux's, it's more power, it's more protection on the North Shore. 985-397-1562 in the greater Baton Rouge area. 225-300-9389. Call them today. Have them come out. They'll slab it up, install it, and you'll be ready to go for this storm season.
That's right, and it's not too late. I mean, we know we're pretty deep into hurricane season, but look, it's South Louisiana. Our power went out yesterday because of a little windstorm, a little quick rain. You never know what's going to happen with the weather, but always be protected. Always be ready. Have that peace of mind. And right there, you can start the process. There's a big red button on their homepage at boudreauxelectrical.com. You can request a free Generac quote. So get the process started today. Protect your family. Protect your home. Protect your things. Protect the food in your freezer, too. Be the envy of your neighborhood. Keep the lights on. boudreauxelectrical.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Premature there, bud.
Well, you just got to be on top of it. Heard dead air, and I said, hey, I'm just going to shoot my shot.
We're going to go.
Turns out my shot was a little too early. That's all right, though.
It's okay.
We're here. Pro Dreams, pro-dreams.com. And you see Will Helmers, former LSU pitcher, has joined the show now. Just like us, part of the G team over there with Gordon McKernan. So what's up, man? How we doing?
Not a whole lot, man. Just thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
I expected you to bring some Jello shots from Omaha.
Oh, man. I still got plenty of stash at my house. They shipped about 400 of them down that I didn't finish. But here I am, still alive.
Oh, man, it was great content, and I know you're doing a lot of stuff there with Gordon. Louisiana Loaded, you got the hat on there. But, man, the ultimate hype man there in Omaha. You had to be, like, by the time you got done with Omaha, I know you had to be like, okay, that was a great experience, but I need, like, a 4-day nap.
Yeah, I got a few days off after that one. But that was after, like, day 4. I was, like, struggling, man.
Yeah.
Doing 888 shots a day.
But you can still do that. What are you, 25, 20?
Not even, man.
24?
Appreciate that.
Okay.
23.
23.
Oh.
23.
Well, the world is your oyster.
Okay, so I don't need you complaining about naps or anything.
No,
you send us old guys to Omaha and do a couple Jello shots. Like after day 1, we need a rest day.
How many could you do in a day, you think?
Jello shots?
Jello shots.
Oh, I can put them down.
So you just talked about your old. Then you got challenged, and the old athlete came out of it.
It was like immediate.
But it's like the first day of vacation. It's like you go really hard, but then you got to have that rest day.
Yeah.
For us, you don't need a rest day. You're 23, so
no rest days allowed.
That's right, no rest days. But
Yeah,
it's pretty good. So let me ask you this: was it? So now we're in the midst of football season right now. So, as a former athlete now, how do you take in like the game day experience? Do you kind of try to every day in Baton Rouge relive a little bit of the Omaha experience? You go out there and you party a little bit, you tailgate.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Even when I was at LSU playing baseball, we did that.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Yeah, we had practice Saturday morning, and then you roll out to the tailgates and you let it rip. And so I'm still doing that. Still doing that. Yeah. And now I'm just kind of videoing it. Letting the rest of Louisiana see for north, south, and everybody outside of Louisiana.
Awesome.
So it's been a lot of fun just getting that new experience, even outside of just LSU athletics and being an LSU athlete. It's pretty unique. It really is.
Well, speaking of new experiences, Court to Table is also right down the street here from where we're at. Pickleball looked like a new experience for you, and it turns out that maybe being an athlete and being a pickleball athlete might be a little different.
I mean, a little different. I'm not the lateral guy. I prefer to go down the mound.
You're north south.
I'm north south.
Okay, you're fullback.
Pickleball. I mean, Court to Table. That's an awesome location. Yeah. They did it up right, and all the investors over there and what they did, just an outstanding place to host a venue or go eat lunch or have a whatever. It's an awesome place.
Yeah, so I've kind of heard that I need to get there. I need to bring the kids there because it's like as parents of younger kids, like it's it's priceless when you can find a place where you can eat and let him just kind of go.
Yep.
Roam.
And let him roam. And like sometimes you go to restaurants with a group of people and you let them roam in places you probably shouldn't let them roam. Like the restaurant's probably not that cool with it, but they don't say anything to you because you got a big group.
Or sometimes they do say something to you. You know who you are. Sorry.
Okay, take it easy, pal. Relax. But like that's pretty valuable. So like I've heard that I got to go there and like that the food's actually like pretty great. Like it's not like what you would expect from
the menus. It's a stud.
Why did we deflect from how the pickleball contest went when he played a pro pickleballer?
You're right.
We were trying to get the score.
I'd much rather talk about food. Much rather talk about food than how bad I am at pickleball.
But you can get the score in a second. Like, okay.
You talked about being a pickleballer a little bit, Flynn. I mean, look.
Played 3 times.
Baseball players and quarterbacks are always good at ping pong. Like there's a ping pong table everywhere that you go. Quarterbacks, baseball players. So I just thought maybe it would translate to the pickleball court.
I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was pretty bad. I mean, close enough.
There's so many
made me
people,
not want to go back.
There's so many people playing pickleball now. Like I'm sure, like there's a pretty big skill gap between the beginners.
If you see somebody bring their own paddle and they unzip it, just get out of there.
Roll.
Yeah, you don't need to be there.
Pull it out of their fanny pack.
You're not about that life, and that's okay. But they are.
They are,
and they know that.
So your college career, obviously, by the end of your college career, like NIL was in full force.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, when you first got to LSU,
it hadn't even started.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so it started my sophomore year. I guess kind of in the middle. I guess the end of that year.
What was it like being like in school when you didn't have it, and then all of a sudden you have it, and it probably starts slow a little bit, but by the end of your career, I mean, full force.
It was full force.
Yeah,
and so. To me, like just being at LSU was enough for me. And I was a local kid from New Orleans, and I just wanted to be at LSU. So it wasn't ever a big deal to get paid or whatever.
Right.
But to see it kind of take shape into what it is now and what all these, guys like Gordon are doing with, I think we have 13 football athletes and 2 cheerleaders. And, just it's taken so much shape to what football and college sports is today. It's good. It's great for kids. Yeah. And
I mean, Gordon was on the forefront of it too.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was first. I mean, out the gate, he's a huge part of this community and everything that he does. And so, being able to support LSU sports and LSU football especially, it's huge. And that's how you win games now in college football. That's the only way to win.
Question. Yeah. But I mean, we're seeing, where LSU's roster is now to where it was a year ago. It's like you put NIL dollars into it, and it's like it turns out you can cover some receivers if you do that.
Right. Tenfold.
Well, so why do you think that Gordon McKernan wants to be such a force in the NIL world? From an outsider looking in, it seems like it's just because he cares that much about LSU athletics.
You're
and
exactly
he wants
right.
that. I don't, for the profession that it is, it's probably like the first thing people would think of from a marketing standpoint. But that like he wants to give back to the community so bad. And
that's just who he is.
Yeah.
He loves everything LSU and LSU sports especially. And so he's going to do everything he can to make sure that he puts, fans and athletes in a winning environment. And that's what, that's what you're brought here to do at LSU is win. You're supposed to win. And, when you're surrounding yourself with good players and good people in the community, everything adds up and, you're seeing what happens in baseball and basketball. And
I was about to say it's not just football.
No, it's not.
I mean, obviously, I mean, baseball. It feels like you got a ton of athletes there as well.
Yeah, I mean,
and it gives. I mean, LSU's special in college baseball. Like I try to explain that to people on my SiriusXM show. They're like, college baseball. I'm like, you don't understand. Like this is like the major league team here, but still, like to put college baseball players out in front like that. I mean, Gordon, for me at least, that I saw was like the first one to really push college baseball in the NIL space.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and college baseball, like you're saying here, I mean, it's different than everywhere else, and it's one of the only, it's football and baseball here, for the most part.
Yeah.
And this is a football town, and there's not a lot of places like that. So when Gordon kind of went into this NIL world, I think he saw that as an opportunity. Let's push out baseball. Let's push out football, and see what happens. And it's obviously turned out, and NIL has grown so much, and I think it's only going to continue to grow in every way. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so tell us what your kind of kind of what your role is, kind of like what's your day to day is like, because we saw the content, we saw the different things that you're doing, but like kind of what are the things on the horizon for you? What are you doing kind of day in, day out with Gordon McKernan?
That might be the toughest question. It's different every day.
Asking the tough questions here on OTB. All right?
It's different every day. I mean, I do a lot of stuff. So we started the Louisiana Loaded thing, him and I, where I kind of go around Louisiana showcasing everything.
So throughout the state?
Oh, all over Louisiana.
Yeah, awesome.
North, south, Shreveport, Dularge, Cutoff, Grand Isle, wherever.
See, he gives me the cities when I ask you all to give me Louisiana cities because.
Well, he don't know.
Yeah, I know he's from Texas. That's true.
That's true.
I know. Okay,
I told you.
Fair enough.
I gave you St. George.
Right down the road.
Right down the road. Right across Bluebonnet.
Yeah,
so like when you go to these different cities, like where is that content? Like where can people find it? And kind of like where are some things you are doing?
Yeah. So I mean, it's all over any Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you got it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm just going around. Basically, the idea is to showcase Louisiana culture, for people in Louisiana and for people outside of Louisiana. Yeah. And so whether that's going to eat, going to drink at a bar, going to hunt, going to fish, doing, everything Louisiana was made for. And so
coolest thing you've done so far doing Louisiana Loaded.
Done? I mean, Omaha was pretty sweet.
That's true.
Yeah,
Okay. Got to take that out there.
Let's see. A couple weeks ago, I took 3 or 4 baseball guys bow fishing.
Oh yeah,
it was fun. I had a good time.
Where'd you go out of?
We went out of the Chef over there. You probably don't know what that is. Yeah, I figured. You know where Slidell is?
I do.
Close to that.
There you go.
in the marsh. Marsh.
See, I've got out of Hopedale.
Yeah. Sweet spot. That's just a little further south. But we went, close in the marsh out of Slidell, and they had a good time. Made a cool video out of it. And
now, was it baseball players that have been through that from this area, or was it baseball players that had no clue what to do?
Kason Evans, Jake Brown, and Stephen Milam.
Okay.
So they got it after a while. I mean, bow fishing's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough. And so, you got to get the hang of it a little bit, but they got the hang of it, and we had a good time.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, before we let you go, and again, Will Helmers is our guest here on OTB. Outlook for this baseball season.
Man.
I mean, it feels like they got a lot of Jimmies and a lot of Joes coming back, and, of course, Jay, leading the helm there. You're going to always have an opportunity, but it feels like, you won a national championship, and I know you're going to lose players from a team like that, but it really feels like they did a good job of trying to replace those players.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the easiest time to recruit is after you win a national championship. Yeah. And, I've seen, they take, guys on visits every week, up here to football games, and, it's immediate commit. So it's easy to recruit, and they've got some studs that came in this year on the mound that, the pitching staff's going to be great, obviously, with Coach Yeski and everybody that, does everything with that. And, it's Jay Johnson.
Yeah.
So he's the Nick Saban of college baseball, and that's what he's preached since he's gotten here to the players.
Yeah,
is that's what he wants to be. He wants to be Alabama football for college baseball.
So Matt and I played for Coach Saban here.
Yeah.
And when Jay found that out, he's he'll pick your brain about little bitty things, and that's the thing. So I tell this story all the time, but I met Jay when I was playing for the Chargers during the lockout year. We were working out at the University of San Diego.
Oh my gosh.
When Jay was there, and there was this guy, and he was grinding all the time. He was in the weight room, and he was always working with the players. I'm like, who is this dude? This guy's always here. We can't be here, and he's not here. And I introduced myself to him, and it was Jay Johnson.
Oh,
and it's so years later, obviously I'm doing radio, and it's hey, LSU needs a new coach, and it's Jay Johnson, Arizona. I'm you got to get that guy.
Grinder.
I called.
I saw him doing curls.
I called when he's working players out. I kind of called Scott. I'm Scott, he goes, we're on top of it.
Hey, relax, bud.
We know what we're doing. I'm but you got to go get Jay Johnson. So I've never met somebody even with Coach Saban. He's got all the traits of that, but it's hard to go over there and not see his car in the parking lot
every day.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, no kids, no pets. Loves his wife. I don't know how much, but he loves baseball.
He says baseball is his kids. He says all the time.
That's how he treats it. Take it from me. He treats those players like his kids, and that's why he's so successful.
Yep, looking forward to another great baseball season. Will, we appreciate it, man.
Man, thank you guys for having me.
Where can they find the Louisiana Loaded? I know you mentioned is it on Aggie Gordon? Is it on different places?
At Louisiana Loaded, totally separate. Yeah, so it's linked together, but separate.
Yeah. No, for sure.
At Louisiana Loaded on all social media platforms.
All right, check that out. And, G Team's always got something going on as well. Aggie Gordon's the handle there for their social media. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB live from Pro Dreams when we come back here on this Thursday morning.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. Allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com is the website. Buying new, leasing, renting, every single thing is available. So if you want to go watch the Tigers play this fall, maybe you want to go to Norman, Tuscaloosa, Oxford, Nashville, all these places, they've got these great road games. It is not too early. You can go ahead and reserve that rental. Per day rental prices. Every single vehicle is always available. Call Miss Lisa Sessions in that rental department today. Allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
That's right. If you're in the market right now, if it's that time of life where it's just time for an upgrade, it's time for a new car, maybe your kids are turning 16, you got to get something really safe, really reliable for them, whatever it is. I know you're looking at me, Jake. It's time for you too, buddy. Time for you to go to All-Star Toyota. So if whatever it is, a brand new car, whether it's a used car, long-term lease, per day rental, whatever it is, give them a call. Let them help you. Let them put you in the perfect car for whatever your needs are. So go see them. Go visit them. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB. We are here live from Pro Dreams on Burbank. If you're wondering where it's at, it is in the same shopping center as the OG Walk-Ons.
Yeah, if you have if you hadn't been, come take a look. It's perfect time to do it. Saturday too, during game day. They'll be open. They'll also have, I think they said 5-6 locations around the stadium where they'll have different memorabilia set up, whether it's jerseys, whether it's helmets, whatever it is. But they got everything here from sports memorabilia to pop culture memorabilia, you name it. And also what they specialize here in too at Pro Dreams is if you have an event where you raise money, where your company raises money for a different organization, charitable foundations, whatever it is, they can come set up. This silent auction items there. It really takes the event to the next level. People get excited about silent auctions for Drew Brees jerseys and Skip Bertman autographs and things like that. So, and they will donate a part of the proceeds back. So it's really a risk-free addition to any event that you could have. Get in Pro Dreams and come set up one of those silent auctions at your event. So come by, come see them, come talk to the gang. They're great people, great to work with, and a really, really cool spot.
No question about it. I'm glad to be here every single Thursday for any home game for LSU football. Appreciate Will Helmers for dropping by. Always a good time to talk about LSU baseball. Very cool thing, Louisiana Loaded, that he's doing throughout the state of Louisiana. And
have you been bow fishing before?
Very few times.
I've only been
twice. Because I'm like, you know me, like most things I do, I'm a little redneck, old school. Like, I just like to get a line in the water and just hang out.
It's a fun hangout, the old bow fishing. Got to aim low.
Quicker than, quicker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go fishing. You can sit there for 3 hours.
Grew up going fishing. I didn't do any, grew up in Texas. I didn't saltwater fish a lot, so.
No, I didn't either growing up in North Louisiana.
Yeah,
we had lakes. We had Cross Lake, Caddo Lake, Bistineau, Toledo Bend.
Yeah.
You could look in any direction and you had a lake that had some good fishing in it. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Lake Tyler. We did most of our fishing in Lake Palestine, but
home of Adrian
Peterson, Palestine High School.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Maybe the best highlight tape I've ever seen.
Well, yeah. One of the best running backs you've ever seen, period, at all levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was largemouth bass, it was striped bass, it was crappie, aka sac-a-lait, perch, bluegill, all that stuff. So I got down here. I hadn't fished as much in Louisiana that I should have because I love fishing, I love hunting, but I just hadn't. You play sports when you're here, so there's not a lot of time.
I tell people all the time, it's like, you grow up and you do something, and certainly if you're hunting, right, and you do it, and you can do it when you're playing high school football, whatever. And then you get here and you're like, I'm going to keep doing that. I've done that. That's, I don't have time. I'm going to do it on the bye week.
Yeah,
I'm going to go and we're going to get in a stand bye week. And then bye week comes, you're like, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, I got a pulled hammy right now. Got bruises all over my brain.
Yeah.
And then you come here as a full-grown adult with family. It's a little bit different. Making excuses, but I have been bow fishing. It was fun. Kind of a little bit cheating, but it's cool.
How's it cheating?
I mean, you just shoot them with an arrow. Then you spotlight them. They don't have to bite anything, you know?
That's fair.
It's kind of like if you were just went out there with
kind
a
of
huge
dictating the game, huh?
You just have a huge treble hook and you just started foul hooking things.
Yeah, okay.
But no, it's fun. That is not a knock. I love it.
I want to check out, all the things Will's doing because that'd be very, very cool to go out, throughout the state of Louisiana. Yes, even North Louisiana people. Don't be a hater. There's a lot of stuff going on up there, up in North Louisiana. So appreciate that. Appreciate his time. Appreciate him coming and hanging out with us there. And again, part of the G team. All right, I want to remind you before we get out of here in this segment about our friends over at Supreme Rice. Since the 1930s, as you know, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers from jambalaya, etouffee, stews, red beans, gumbos. I mean, tailgating, go ahead and just get Supreme Rice. It is the go-to rice. Jasmine rice being the personal favorite there, but they got multiple kinds, obviously, as you know. I mean, you got brown rice, you've got whatever, long grain, medium grain.
Jasmine rice.
Flynn harps on the jasmine rice, but they have other options. You can pick up a bag at your Rouse's, Walmart, Kroger, and all your AG food stores. I mean, truly the best. I mean, you go to Crowley, Louisiana, and I mean, they are everywhere. They take care of that city. They're such a big part of Southwest Louisiana as well. So go to the website today or go to your local store. That website is supremerice.com. Hour 3 of OTB coming back your way.
Off the bench.
All right, go to, Rouse's.com. When you go to Rouse's, you can't pick up that Supreme Rice, but you can pick up so many things over at Rouse's. You can get your tailgate ready. Actually, here's what you do. You come see us tomorrow morning. We're going to be at Rouse's. We're there every Friday during the football season. They've got the breakfast bar. You come, have your breakfast, sit down, listen to the show, listen to it live, come hang out with us. We got multiple people that do that every single week. And then once you're done, then you go out to the Rouse's and you get your tailgating package ready to go. Like whatever you're cooking up this weekend for Southeast Louisiana, you do it at Rouse's, Rouse's.com.
That's right. We all know, it's, you have a lot of options when you go grocery shopping, but shop with the people that are local, that care, that give back to the community. So if we're either buying Dos Equis, whether you're buying Supreme Rice or My High, whatever it is, go get your groceries right there, Rouse's Market.